Say, for instance, it was extraterrestrials.
Mm-hmm.
What's the point? So ETs, which are people agitated by the sound?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
It has
still
to be,
beneath you.
the sound has to be a byproduct of something happening.
Something is happening, and this is a secondary effect.
Some people hear it, some people don't. So I've gone there and never heard it, but I've never paid attention.
I never paid attention. Now I'm going, when I go back, I'm going to listen for it.
Yeah, and it could be psychosomatic then too.
Yeah, I'm like,
it's like
I can hear.
I think I barely hear.
I'm gonna look at man. I'm like, you hear that?
Well, I have
Tinnitus.
Yeah, because of the helicopter, all that shooting all the time in the Marines.
Yeah.
And never, so it's like, and back then you always think you're
invincible. Yeah, that's not the case.
But I feel like when we look at things like this, there's an explanation.
Of course there is.
But I also want people, it's not a conspiracy theory to think that it could be an extraterrestrial underground base. It could be a military underground base. It could be them together, working together.
Well, who would be
we believe in that stuff? Like,
yeah. Who would be the conspirers though? Like, what's the point?
Because if you're trying to keep the lights on underneath this big base that's way underneath the ground, and you got, it could be an elevator going up and down.
And there's also
20 floors or 30 floors.
In New Mexico, there's with the lava rock, there's big cavities, lava tubes. And we have like these crazy
emitting through there, yeah.
Yeah, it could be just like an echo through it, maybe.
I like to think that, for me, I like to think that it's like Bob Lazar type stuff going on here in New Mexico. Like there's scientists underneath the ground working on craft. Because, all these whistleblowers are coming out and saying, we have craft in our possession. Like, that's a given.
Yeah.
They're saying that. So if you're testing these craft, these engines, trying to figure them out, I would think you would get that.
Right.
Or acoustically, there would be a lot of acoustic things happening.
So is it persistent, the sound?
No, it's intermittent.
Okay. And is it intermittent at the same frequencies? Because if someone was testing, they would be like, here's our testing schedule. You could figure it out.
Yeah, that's, and then that sounds interesting.
If they're super operative, they're like, we can never test at the same time.
Yeah, well, that, but just knowing the military action in New Mexico and the extraterrestrial sightings in New Mexico. I mean, Roswell's the first damn one here,
Yeah.
To me, that connection makes the most sense. It's an acoustic byproduct of something government happening